Hello, I'm Alice Konig and I'm a senior lecturer in classics at the University of St Andrews. As one of the co-chairs of the Young Academy of Scotland, I want to congratulate you on your successful application and also to welcome you as new members of YAS. We're really excited to meet you and to begin working with you. As you probably know, YAS was founded in 2011 by the Royal Society of Edinburgh to give early and mid-career professionals an opportunity to come together and to work across different sectors, different disciplines, collaboratively to address issues of importance to Scotland. I think it's fair to say that the last few years have been a really steep learning curve for us as an organisation, as we've experimented in lots of different ways to find the best ways really of bringing together already busy people in ways that work and have a maximum impact while not necessarily requiring maximum input. Over that time, we've forged some really strong connections with policymakers and other organisations across Scotland by partnering with them on different projects, but also through our MSP YAS members pairing scheme, which brings together YAS members and parliamentarians. And we're really proud of our achievements so far. Some of our achievements have been very local. So, for example, we've contributed to discussions about climate change in Scotland, particularly around the impact of climate change on marginalised communities. We've contributed to planning and policy advice, for example, on how rural areas might be managed more sustainably. We've generated some really useful conversations about health inequalities in Scotland. We've been working with the RSE to strengthen Scotland's entrepreneurial network and all sorts of other things along those lines. But some of our work also reaches well beyond Scotland's borders. So, for example, our award-winning blog, Research the Headlines, reaches all sorts of different people, and it's frequently retweeted by the NHS and so on. And that tackles misinformation in the media, explores how research can and should be better communicated, and we also have a schools project connected with that called Rewrite the Headlines. Our Responsible Debate project, which is trying to create a responsible debate charter to help us find better ways to agree and disagree with each other on contentious public issues, is again something that's quite focused on Scotland in the first instance, but it's generating really interesting conversations all around the world. And that's also true of the work that we're currently doing with the RSE, looking at future models for tertiary education. And similarly, the work that's being done by various members around refugee integration and human rights is focused in the first instance often in Scotland, but again has much wider implications and potential. And in fact, one of our projects recently has involved partnering with the charity Book Aid International to help support the rebuilding and restocking of the university library in Mosul in Iraq, which is where one of our at-risk academic refugee members came from and has in fact since gone back to. So our work really does reach all sorts of different corners of the world. I think one thing that I really want to stress about YAS is that it's still young, it's still evolving, and therefore it's still a very flexible organisation. And it's really down to its current and new members to take it in the direction that we collectively think it should go in, and to start new projects and new work streams that really fire our imagination and address the issues that really matter to us. Our mission is to work on projects that benefit Scotland and the wider world, and that's really ambitious, but it has huge scope for members to bring their own ideas and expertise and to pursue their particular interests. So as you join us, please don't feel that there are any strong traditions or precedents that you need to follow. The only thing that we ask of new members is to work with each other in really cross-disciplinary ways to help Scotland's people and policymakers build a better future. And every new member, all of you, have been selected because we think that you've got really unique things to contribute to that collective effort. We are super aware that everyone has a full and demanding day job, and that time is in very short supply for all of us. So we know that people's contributions are going to fluctuate a bit over their 5 years of membership as different commitments come and go. But whether you're fully immersed in starting up a new YAS project, whether you're supporting an existing one, whether you're simply giving advice, whether you're contributing to strategic conversations or whatever, please just stay in touch with us and keep engaging. My time as a YAS member has honestly been the most rewarding experience of my career so far. I've had conversations with people from such different areas of work which have really challenged my thinking, helped me ask new questions, really fired my imagination, and helped me see new possibilities, both for my own personal work but for the work that we're doing collectively in YAS. I've learned so much also about teamwork, about how you build a strong team, about being a team player, and I've really learned a lot about outcomes-focused project planning. So in all sorts of ways, I've got a huge amount out of my time as a YAS member, and I'm sure that will be true for you too. We do try to support our members in lots of different ways to help you engage and get the most out of your time with us. As you probably know, all of our work is structured around 6 core themes: equal, enterprising, sustainable, healthier, smarter and international. And members take it in turn to serve as theme leads. And that role, the role of theme lead, is to help catalyse new projects, new activities, to advise on project planning, to put members in touch with each other. So, you might be aware that there's a particular member with some area of expertise that would really work well in this project. And also we support people in disseminating the outputs of those projects. Every couple of years, we also identify a set of grand challenges that really help give focus and urgency to our work and help us meet our mission. And again, we have grand challenge leads who act as facilitators for members who are interested in doing some work in that under that grand challenge, or who simply want to talk about the future that grand challenge might take. We also have a facilitating group, the FG. Members of that are elected by the wider YAS membership, and they serve as co-chairs of the Young Academy of Scotland for 2 years, and their role is really to support the whole organisation, the overall running of YAS, from recruitment to events organisation, to communications and reputational issues in the wider community. And we're supported really by our wonderful office staff, Marie Montondo and Morven Chisholm, who are usually your first point of call if you have anything to ask or if there's anything you're unsure about. We also have pots of funding to kickstart new projects. So there is seed funding in ready supply, actually, and that's available for all members, providing that you're working with other members on a project that supports our mission. And above all, I think we have a wealth of expertise amongst our membership, and that can help with anything from digital animation, statistical analysis, to advice on how you prepare a white paper or public speaking or whatever. And really drawing on that wealth of expertise and experience is one of our best resources. So YAS doesn't have centuries of tradition to fall back on like the RSE. We are simply the sum of our parts in the present day. So we really do need members to step up and take on the challenge of helping YAS to grow and to continue impacting positively in Scotland and in the wider world. You really do get out what you put in. And if your experience is anything like mine, you will learn a lot. You will have your horizons really widened, and you will make friends for life. That's certainly true, and that's an experience that I think most members find they have. So I'm really looking forward to meeting you over the coming weeks and months, hopefully in person before too long. In the meantime, many congratulations again on your successful application, and welcome to the Young Academy of Scotland.